Hello everybody. Today in this video we will be talking about the law of sine and cosine, and we are especially talking about to make a program about it. So as you see on the screen, here is the program that I wrote, and it's wrote in May 23rd as it is the time when I learned the law of sine and cosine with the online learning. So by the time it is also Eid al-Fitr holiday in UAE, so we have the leisure time to write the codes. So let's cut to the chase. I put this document here so you can also read it, and I will link this in my description. So first, you need to go to menu, function, and program editor, and press new to create a new program. And you will see this interface. So I put the number beside for shortcuts, as you can just press 911 to create a new program, and you will reach the interface. So now you just need to enter the name of the program. So you can give any name to your program, but I give it the law of cosine for convenience. And now I already deleted this program in my calculator, as for the exam I cannot have the program. I need to reset my calculator. So and by typing the whole program into the calculator again is very time consuming. So I will just explain here, and I think here is already very clear, very explicit. So the type of the program will be program, and you don't need library access. So which means you choose none for the library access. Then you can reach the page that you can create a program. So first you can see define law of cosine, which is here will be the name that you give to your program. So as now I give my program law of cosine. So here is law of cosine, and these are already automatically there. So define law of cosine, brackets equal, and PRGM stand for program, and these are already there. And here are what you need to enter. First, you need to enter request, enter site A, and you need to be careful of the punctuations, like these punctuations. And actually the space doesn't matter, but I put it for it to be more clear. So as you can read here is just a prompt that when you run the program, it will be there will be a prompt that says enter site A. After you can give other names like enter site B, let's say, because here are just the text and you can enter any name, any prompt if that's more friendly to you. But now I just say enter the site A, and if it's not clear, you can read the explanations and beside it. So after you know there is 3 sides and three angles for a triangle, so you actually need to enter 3 sides and three angles. You need to type all of this in. Oh, actually you can find request by menu IO and request. And here you need to be sure here these are the variable names and they must be different, and these are just the text which is different from the variables, because the text doesn't matter the function, while the variable are the ones that matter the function. And here you need to put set mode 52, and I put this because you put it, you want the answer in the end to be in decimal. So you can find this by menu mode and auto or approx, and you can choose approximate, and there will be set mode 52 automatically there. So then we come to the main part of our function. So here is the if clause. If a equals to 0, 0, and e equals to 0, and f equals to 0, and you need to be aware of the parentheses here. Yeah. And I set these to 0 because these are the ones that we are not going to need. And I set A for 0 because I need to find the A, and I set E and F for 0 because we don't need them. This is because when you have the cosine rule to be used, it's usually side angle side, so you would have the 2 sides you don't need to enter. Like the question may only give you 1 side and 2 angle for you. Oh, the question will give you one angle and 2 side for you to find the others. And so as you will be unknown about a third side and the other 2 angles. So for A is the third side that we are going to find, and for E and F, they are just the angles that we doesn't know or we don't know. So then you will type display. You can find the display by menu, IO, and disp. And here I just put the formula of the law of cosine for finding a side, and the raised to the 0.5 power just means to take the square root. And here is to find one side, and the following code are similar, as here b equals to 0 and d and f equals to 0 also means I need to find the side b, and while as you know there are always two angles that I don't know, because in cosine rule it's usually side angle side. So I have one side and two angles that I don't know. So that's the case here. And I put D and F because D and F are the other two angles, because in every case there will be different as you switch from A to B to C. So for B is the law of cosine formula for B, and here is also the formula. As you may notice, I put the B equal in the text box, as it will be to indicate the B equal. They will type it in the calculator. Oh, the calculator will display it, and these are the values that the calculator will display. And here's another case while C equals to 0 and D and E equals to 0, and you need to find C in this case. And in the last here is that we don't know the three angles, but we know the three sides. This is also one of the cases in the law of cosine. So here D, E, and F, the three angles we don't know, but we know the three sides. So in this case, if we type the three sides into the calculator and we put D, E, F all zeros, and we can find all the three angles in the law of cosine, which means if you have the three sides known, you also know the three angles. And here the end program. Now you need to go to check syntax and the store. You can just press Control B, and then you need to create a new calculator page, and you can press the var, which is just above the 9. As you press the var, and you can find the your program law of cosine, and you can just press enter, and you can see the prompt pop out on your calculator, and then you can see or use it according to your situations. So now we will then go through law of sine. So it is always the same. You need to give a name, law of sine, and here in law of sine, there's like many cases. So here I just put, and here's a known side, and I put g for the variable just to extinguish, because I want to have the law of sine and cosine both on my calculator, so I just put it to for extinguish. But you know you don't need to do that. You can just put ABC just as the same as above, and it doesn't matter. So here I put enter the known side, and then enter the opposite angle of the known side, and then it's enter the opposite angle of the unknown side. If you don't know which cases I'm doing, as you can see or read the explanations here. As I'm assuming the angle side, or side angle, or angle side angle cases in my calculator. And the last is enter the opposite side of the unknown angle. And here I also put set mod 52. So here, as always, we come again to the if clause. So if j equals to 0, which means this time we don't know the opposite side of the unknown angle, which means we need to find it. So as I wrote here, we have two sides and one angle as given, and you are solving for the opposite side of the unknown angle. Here you know the angle given. Because I'm kind of like having obstacles of my wording. But as you know, at this case, the unknown angle is known, as you can see in the question according to the situations you have, because it will be hard to just to change the word, and it will be more confusing to have the unknown or known angle put here rather than just say the opposite side of the unknown angle is known. So actually you can just remember it as it is for when you have two sides and one angle as given, and you want to say solve for the opposite side. As you can just remember this is for this case, and just don't confuse yourself with the opposite side of the unknown angle, because the wording here is not very clear, but it will be enough. So here I put display x equal to, because it's just a name. You can put anything in the text box. And here I rearranged the sine rule to find a side. And then I put if I equals to 0, and then I put the inverse sine for this because I want to find an angle. So here you are given two angles and one side, and it doesn't have to be ASA or AAS. It doesn't have to be. It can be in both cases. And you are trying to solve for the opposite angle of the unknown side. So here I again rearranged the equation for the law of sine to solve for the angle, and these are the only two functions that we need. And as you see, like I put a lot of explanations here just for the explain more clearly. So here is also the end of program, and now you can check syntax and the store and go to the calculator page and have your program typed in, and that's a wrap. Thank you for watching. As always, I will catch you guys next time, and see ya.